Hi everyone, hope you're well. I don't know what I'm gonna call this, but I just wanted to come on here and talk to you for a little bit. The podcast will be returning eventually. Honestly, I've been trying to reach out to people, but I just have not got a response yet. So let's see what happens with that. In terms of other stuff, I watched True Geordie and Geo on the Playing Game podcast, and I really enjoyed that. I wish I wish Geo was on camera a bit more than what he is, but I understand why he might not want to. And I did anybody see the Chelsea game against Spurs? It was a really good game. Obviously, Conte and Tuchel got into it. I wish more managers would get into it. To be honest, I just find it hilarious. But Conte's a very smart individual. I think I I think he knew what he was doing there because obviously he used to manage Chelsea. So him getting into a fight with the Chelsea manager is only going to make him more beloved by the Spurs fans. And the one thing you can say about Conte, he always picked up points. He didn't drop. He very rarely gets no points from a game. Like like he's very good at either he's very good at getting a draw when when his teams have been second best. And let's be honest, Spurs were second best for like that game. I personally think if Chelsea had a proper number 9, they would have won that game. Raheem Sterling is not a striker. Like he had a great chance, and and he completely hit it all over the bar. And I was like, okay, is that gonna be what Sterling gonna do all season? Like if you're relying on Sterling to get you the goals, to get into the top 4, or maybe win the title, then you ain't gonna get very far. Obviously, we'll get you some goals, but if you're relying on him to be like your main striker, you're gonna be really disappointed. Obviously, the speculation that they're gonna get Aubameyang or Frankie De Jong. If they get Aubameyang, I think they get a lot more goals. I would say that, and I think the problem with Chelsea this season, I think up front is where they're gonna struggle. To be honest, because watching them today, the midfield was decent. Obviously, Kante had to come off speedy recovery to Kante. It looked like a hamstring to me, but obviously I'm not a doctor. The defense is pretty decent, at least from what I saw today. And when it, hang on, let me go back. I don't want to say pretty decent, but I'm just thinking about it actually. Would I say it was decent? I don't know. I think I'm still a bit iffy on the defence for Chelsea. Obviously they got Koulibaly. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. So apologies if I am pronouncing it wrong, then let me know. I think it's Koulibaly. So let me know if I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, but it could be interesting what happens with Chelsea for the rest of the season if they get a striker in. In terms of other game that I watched this weekend, I found it hilarious when Man United got 4-0 by Brentford. it was absolutely hysterical to me. It's just funny at this point. It's just funny at this point. And you can bring in a new manager, bring in new players, and it's pretty much the same story every single season. Eventually, you just look at the owners and players that have been there for a long time. Obviously, there's obviously not just Harry Maguire, but I'm surprised Maguire is still a starter. I I I think if he was French or any other nation apart from English, I think he would have been sold by now. Uh, I genuinely do because I can't remember the last footy game he had for Man United, and it's not just him. I think there's loads of players at that club that either wouldn't love to be there or just been there so long now that it's time to move on. Obviously, I had Dean Henderson last season, and I did watch the game of Nottingham Forest versus West Ham, and I thought he had a really good game. Obviously, there was from what we've heard, there was a lot of personal problems when he was at Man United. From what we've heard, obviously we don't know for certain. That's just what I've heard. So I understand why he needed to leave, but but I but I just think the Hayers on the decline. To be honest, he's still a very good he's still a very good goalkeeper, but over the last couple of seasons, he's making he's making more and more mistakes. Now, obviously, you can say if he had a decent defense in front of him, then maybe he wouldn't make half of the mistakes, and that's fair. But I just think that they need to refresh. They need to refreshen the whole team. To be honest, I know you can't do that. I know you can't do that in one window, but it seems like they're just happy to rely on the same old players that have been there since Mourinho days and even longer. So it, so it all depends on what happens with Man United, but I just can't see them. I just can't see them having a good season. I don't think they get relegated or anything like that, but I do think they could end up being seventh or even eighth. To be honest, at this rate, and and I also watched the Aston Villa and Everton game. Good result for the Villa, but Everton are in major trouble in my opinion. Obviously, when the Villa got their second goal, Everton showed a bit of life and they did get a goal back. But it was an own goal. But they did play better when the Villa went 2-0 up. But I'm I'm just thinking, are Everton really gonna show anything this season? I have my doubts. And to be honest, even though they won against Everton, I'm not sure about the Villa this season. They barely recruited anybody, and and to be honest, I think as we get further and further into the season, I can just see Aston Villa capitulating. To be honest, obviously, obviously from a personal level, I hope they don't, because as I've said to you before, my family are Villa fans. I always want the Villa to do well, but I just don't have a good feeling for the Villa this season, to be honest. But maybe I'm wrong. It, uh, oh, in, in terms of other stuff, I watched Dominic. I watched Dominic Cruz get knocked out last night, so that was fun, I guess. and it was a pretty good UFC card, to be honest. I don't normally like the fight nights sort of cards. I just find them really pointless sometimes. But last night it was a really good card, and I'm looking forward to next week. UFC 78, I believe. Usman versus is it Usman? I'm just gonna go with what I said originally. Usman versus 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 Leon Leon Edwards. Obviously, Leon Edwards is a bit, so I wouldn't mind it if he won the bout. And to be honest, I think that would freshen up the division if Edwards won the bout. But if I'm being honest, I can't really see Edwards winning the bout. I just think Usman will retain. This is the second time they fought, or it will be the second time that they will fight. And the first time, Usman just wrestled him and just beat him on the cards. Now, obviously, Usman has improved his striking, and Edwards has really improved himself as well. So it will be an interesting fight. But the one thing I would say about Edwards, when he faced Nate Diaz, there was a time when Nate could have won that fight. And let's be honest, Nate is on the decline significantly. And for a majority of that fight, Edwards had the advantage. But then he just lost. But then he just lost his control. So I don't have much hope for Edwards, but maybe I'm wrong. So what? So so I know it's been a while since I last uploaded a video or anything like that. I would love to say there's been a real reason. There's been a real reason why I haven't, but I just have not felt like it, to be honest. And and if I'm being honest, I just feel like some days I just can't be asked, especially at the moment. Obviously, if you live in it's a heat wave at the moment. At least by UK standards, it's a heat wave, and with that going on, I've just not been in the mood to record stuff, and and what I do, because I spend most of my time obviously lying down like I am now. I obviously the heat can really make go. What am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore, to be honest. But the point is, with all with with the heat wave and stuff in the UK, I've just not felt like recording anything over the last week or so. And as I said earlier, I'm still trying to reach out to people for the podcast, but at the same time, I'm just not going to get anybody on just for the sake of it, if you know what I mean. As I've said previously, I have to want to talk to them, and I'm not going to get people on just for the sake of it, if you know what I mean. So thank you for watching. I have no idea what I'm gonna call this video because I literally just talked about everything. I don't know how long this video is gonna go for. Obviously, you will know, but I, again, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. Thank you for watching. I will speak to you in a bit. Have a good day or evening whenever you're watching this, and thank you for the support.